What up people, Reverend the Legend here and welcome to 80's Mania Wrestling Returns tips and tricks, and today we're going to be looking at what you can do with the card shop. Now, as I always say, there is no right or wrong way to play this game. Some people want to play it a certain way, some people just want to use it for the collection aspect, collecting cards, and that's what you can do by using the shop feature in the game. So we're going to click on shop and see what they've got in store for us today. So we're going to click on shop, let's see what they've got, card shop. And these are the items that are in store today. As you can see, I've already made a purchase today. Pepe Beret had to join the crew, so he's with us now. Thinker, that's a card I really do like. Valedictorian. It's not very often you get an opportunity to get a legendary wrestler. And I now have an opportunity to get a legendary wrestler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this legendary wrestler. So if you have tokens saved up and you want to spend them, you quite simply click here on trade token for cash. The answer is yes. And now I've just increased my money by 100,000 coins. And I'm going to do the same a second time. And now I have enough money to purchase Valedictorian. So we are going to click on him. We're going to click on buy. It's going to ask you if you want to do it. And there are a few valid things you want to check here. You want to check the active years. Look on the back of the card. He is valid from 85 to 93. I am coming towards the end of 84, which makes this card a perfect pickup for me because it means next year, in a few months' time, he'll be able to come in fresh and have a nice solid run. So we are going to buy this card. And now he is purchased. He is with your boy. So as if getting our hands on a legendary card wasn't enough, we also get to brag about it in our news section. So we're going to click here on news. We're going to go to our federation, which is the central one. And then if we scroll to the right hand side, it's going to tell you who has recently joined your roster. So if you've bought some cards, the shop has refreshed and you can't remember who you bought, if it was recent enough, you will find it here. Fresh talent. Valedictorian has joined the federation along with Pepe Beret, who I've got, and also Francois Beret. They've joined the crew and now they are here in the news section and you get to see it again. So things to keep in mind when you are shopping. Take into account the active years. Obviously, like I said, I'm in 84 right now. This card is not active until 1990. Is it a wise purchase? Probably not right now because I won't be able to get to use them for a little while. You also need to think, manager cards in particular. You can use them while they're active, but you can use them for a lot of people and a lot of reasons. So also something to keep in mind, manager cards in particular are very helpful. Something to keep in mind when you're shopping is that once you've got a card, they will come out of the store and never return again. This is important because if you're seeing the same card pop up time and time again, sometimes you might be better off just scooping them up. It gets them out of the store and then allows space for a fresh card to come in. Something else to remember is that the prices change based on the status of the card. This card here only costs 40,000 coins, and that's because he is an upper mid-card wrestler. Whereas if you get wrestlers which are a bit higher up, as we just saw earlier on with Valedictorian, it was 200,000 for a base card because his level was so much higher. There is less chance they will be in the store the higher their status is. So when you get a chance at a legendary card, sometimes you just have to grab it because I can tell you, I've been playing this game for a long time. I don't get many shots at Valedictorian, so today he's coming with me. So another good tip when it comes to collecting your cards is to click on the premium button up here. Some people forget that there are actually different sections of the shop. When you click on premium, it will show you how many cards in a particular status you already own. As you can see here, I currently own all of the upper mid-card wrestlers who are active in my federation right now. So I am in 1984, so any cards active in that year, I already own all of the upper mid-cards. As you can see, I'm missing a few of the main eventers, and I'm missing now 4 of the legendary cards that are active in my current federation. So you can choose to buy them out here, and then you will get a random card sent to you. So if you're only missing 1 or 2 and you know that both of them are really good, feel free to go in and grab it. It is more expensive than the shop, but you don't have to wait for them to come along. And then if you click on the exclusive tab, you will see the newest wrestler cards that are out. Bell's Bondsman is a new card as of today that has come out, and you have to pay a little bit extra for him than you will if you wait naturally. But you will get him straight away, and then after a while you will find you've saved up a bit of money. It's probably worth doing it. Here at the pre-match ambush, I'm going to absolutely grab this. It is active in my federation now. It is a 4-star segment. I will be buying that, and that belongs to me now. Something to remember when you're buying cards is that you will need a variety of styles in-game for a number of reasons. A, you're going to need a bunch of different statuses for the different matches that are available. You're going to need mid-card wrestlers. You're going to need main event wrestlers. You're going to need openers. It might be that you see someone who has a status that you need, scoop him up, throw him in your collection. That might be the difference. If you find there's 2 cards and you're oohing and ahhing over which one to get, look at the status. Do you need more cruiserweights? Do you need more openers? That might be the factor that changes your mind when you come to make a purchase. Now, if you're impatient like me and you just want the shop to refresh, you're not willing to wait for the time, you can pay to do so at the price of a token. Up here, refresh daily shop. Are you sure? Yes, I am. I want to see what else I can get my hands on, so I'm going to pay a token and refresh the shop. As you can see, we've got a good support card here. Exotic Rick, Franz Van Winkle, the Screwjob card, which is one of the rarest actually in the game. That's a pretty good one. And then also the Shoot card. So you click the button, you refresh the shop, and you will get another set of cards for you to have a think about if you want to make a purchase. Another little tip you want to keep in mind when you're buying mic spot cards is what wrestler receives the bonus from them. Now the thing with mic spots is, in general, the showman and the big mouth style wrestlers are going to get a boost. But that's not always the case. Sometimes if you flick through the selection and look on the back, you will find some that are actually geared towards different styles of wrestlers. This mic spot will give an athlete a boost. There's going to be other ones. This one gives a flyer a boost. This one gives a Hulk a boost. So sometimes if you want a bit of variety, keep an eye on which wrestler gets the bonus, and that might influence what you want to purchase right now. Now, I have one final tip when it comes to collecting, which is actually going to take you away from the game. But trust me, this is worth it. There is an incredible resource. It is called 80's Mania Wrestling Return Wikipedia. You can find it with a very simple Google search. You will click on 80's Mania Wrestling Returns Wikipedia, and there will be a number of options for you to choose from. If you want to find out what feuds are available in the game, the information is here. If you want to find out what tag teams are available in the game, the information is here. There's so many good things you can find on this Wikipedia. I cannot stress enough how great of a resource this is. You can go onto the page. Also, you want to find out about tag teams. Click on tag teams and it will give you a list. It'll give you a list of all of them. You can click on an individual's name and it will tell you all the feuds and tag teams that he has. We are here on Zen, my good favorite. It shows you the tag teams he has, it shows you the feuds he has. And if you click on these tag teams, it will open up and tell you more about them. This is an incredible resource. You absolutely must use it. It is incredible. 80's Mania Wrestling Returns Wikipedia cannot come rated more highly from me. It is an incredible resource, one I use all the time, and I absolutely love it. So that is it when it comes to tips about shopping and collecting in this game. Keep in mind, you want a balanced roster. Make sure you've got enough ladies. Make sure you've got enough high flyers. Make sure you've got enough cruiserweights. Keep an eye on it. You also need to keep an eye on how many heels you have, how many baby faces you have. You have to make sure you've got enough mic spots, you've got enough managers. There's nothing worse than having a bunch of good wrestlers but not enough managers to go around. You also have to keep in mind some cards are a lot more rare to come to the shop. You will see a Valeditorium we saw earlier on in this video. I don't get the opportunity to get him very often, but he came in. I had to take a stab because I don't know when he's going to be back next. Your mid cards, your lower tier ones, they will pop in a lot more often. So sometimes you can let them slide because you know they're going to come back round a lot quicker. And another thing you need to keep in mind is investing. Sometimes these cards are investments. You might pay money for a manager card now, but the boost that it gives you in ratings, in show money, will all come back to you eventually. So that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching Revan the Legend, and I will see you again.